Hello, guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's been a long time since we've been live on Facebook. Um, I have a special guest here. My beautiful, amazing, significant other, Virginia Wheeler, is on here now. It's been a long time since we did a live. It's been since summer 2019, but 2020 is not canceled. So, what you got to say, baby, for the crowd?
It's good to be back. I've been healing from my surgery and stuff, and I appreciate all of y'all's uh, healing energy y'all sent to me and y'all's prayers and everything. It's felt and it's appreciated. And today we're going to get into some pretty heavy topic, I guess you would say, the way it is out there in the collective right now. But we both feel like it's things that needs to be discussed. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do a reading for the collective. I got uh three different decks I'm gonna be using, and then I'm gonna pull a postcard from Spirit for everybody. So we can see take the pulse of the collective right now and see where we're at and everything. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and by the way, guys, this has been on our minds for a long time. Um, we obviously have discussed this personally amongst ourselves, but we feel like this is the right time to really discuss this because it's got to be said. Somebody's got to stand up to these bullies out here that want to torment people, want to create these race wars, these political wars, all that crazy stuff, man. And as I'm saying this, voice is shaking a little bit, and I just feel this energy just pouring through me as I say this, and the fact that we have the opportunity to finally do it, to finally set the record straight. It's rewarding, you know.
yeah, and it's like the collective is done with all the divisiveness. I mean, everything that's coming to the light now is because we're heading into a bigger, better energy that's unity for all, and no more of the fraud, no more of the lies, no more of the keeping us all down with fear and suppression. Like everybody is rising up now and fighting. They're becoming the spiritual light warriors that they were always meant to be, and fighting against the powers that be that has kept us down for so long. We're finally letting go of that 3D illusion that's kept everybody so stuck, and it's
Mhm.
refreshing. It's beautiful, and I
Yes, it
for one am
is.
ready for it.
Oh yeah, we more than ready for it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's taking some time to build this live up, but the first topic we need to get into, have written down in my notebook, is that my baby actually had a dream about this actually, and it was the message of we don't see it because we don't want to see it, and I'll let her discuss that because she's obviously had this insight. So I'll let her do the honors.
Well, it's like with what's going on in the political arena right now, right? It's also what's going on with the things that are going on Facebook and stuff like that, and with different Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, where they're suppressing certain people's voices and stuff, and people are rising up. Like shout out to Candace Owens, shout out to the
Mm-hmm.
twins, the conservative
Officer
twins. Shout out
Tatum.
to yeah, I was gonna say that and BLM, right? ABL. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
ABL. um, shout out to all of them because they're fighting back against the quote unquote fact checkers.
Yeah.
These people who are trying to control all of us and stifle our free speech. We are free, people. We are free. We're not going to go into a society like China and some of the rest of them where they suppress their people and they take their rights away. We do not want that.
Nope.
Nobody wants that. And anybody who's ever lived in a socialist society is going to fight tooth and nail to keep that from happening. And so we all have to rise up together and stop looking at what divides us and start looking at what brings us together. See what unifies us because their mission is to divide us because why? Because of their strength in numbers. We're stronger together. And with everything that's happening out there, and everybody is like saying, "Oh, well, if Trump don't win, if this don't happen, if that don't happen," you're not seeing all the fraud. You're not seeing all the lies. You're not seeing all the division. You're not seeing through all the lies that they're telling you because you don't want to see. And I know that's hard for people to hear and everything, but it's the fact. It's truth. You don't see it because you don't want to see it. And I got this as a premonition. It was in a dream from my higher self. It came in and me and my significant other was having some issues in our relationship and everything else, but um this wasn't it didn't have to do with me and him. It had to do with it was a bigger message, and it just kept gnawing at me and gnawing at me and gnawing at me, and I kept telling Evan, but we need to do a live on this. We need to, do a message on it. But like I told y'all, I was under the weather. Even today. I mean, I,
Yeah.
I was sick today, but I told him, the show must go on. I have to get this out there because it's killing me not to. I have so many messages that came in, and I wasn't able because of my healing process and the universe and the central consciousness telling me, don't. It's not time. You need to heal. You need to take time for yourself and rest and stuff. And like I said, even today I was struck with problems, but I didn't let it stop me. And that's the same strength and determination that we all need together
Yeah.
because everybody is my brothers and everybody is my sisters. I love everybody equally. I love you all unconditionally, and I want us all to come together. And we're also open to take questions and stuff from people and suggestions on different topics y'all want us to do on our channel. Like
Yes.
it's in Evan's name right now and everything, and he's got that channel. But I help him with it behind the scenes with topics and different things that I feel coming through for the collective, and I get him to put the messages out there for me and stuff like that. But if y'all are going through things and y'all need some spiritual guidance and y'all need you know help, like we're putting it out there so that people can send us messages and stuff now and let us know if y'all want us to do videos on certain topics, right? Certain things,
Yes.
so that it can help y'all personally and it can help with the collective. Because the more stuff we clear out, the better all of us will be, and the more unified we all will be. If we get that help and we all join hands as a community, um, we can do more and help more people.
Yes. Yes. Most definitely. We need all hands on deck right now. because obviously we can't do it by ourselves. I'm not saying that we're doing it all by ourselves, because we also see our spiritual brothers and sisters are putting in that work day in and day out. Even if you don't post a YouTube video, you don't get on Instagram, you don't get on TikTok, you don't get on Snapchat, you don't get on Twitter, we still feel your energy. Your energy is all inspiring. Your
Yes,
energy is inspiring not only us to put out these messages, but it's inspiring everybody else who are just now getting on their path. And we know
yeah,
with all the craziness, the controversy with BLM and Antifa and all of these other groups, you know, and all these other groups besides them that are causing mass chaos, that are causing, mass division. I'm not saying that they're the only ones orchestrating it, because obviously there's more than we ever know. But there's also an equal amount of people that are saying, look, enough is enough. We're not going to let y'all bully us anymore. We're not going to have you blame us for your issues, for how you feel, for your stuckness. Probably not even the word, but you guys probably get what we mean. And
yeah,
we've been wanting to do lives forever and ever and ever, but it's just like, technical difficulties and stuff behind the scenes. But all that matters is that we are here today delivering to you this message. And it's like, you know I remember lately I've been getting this urge to look up George Orwell. Don't know why, but George Orwell just popped up into my mind. I listened to a little bit of his book, 1984, and a lot of what he's written in that book, and by the way, that book came out in 1948, 49, 1950, and it's pretty much some of that
and he was
stuff.
talking about the issues that are going on right now.
Yes, 70 years ago.
He was a visionary. He was a prophet.
Yeah, and it's
And I recommend everybody go out and get that and read that. Read his work because that's going to help guide you through what's going on now, what you're seeing in the 3D reality right now. It's all an illusion, and all this
hmm
stuff had to be it had to come to the surface. What's done in the darkness always comes to the light, and this stuff had to be exposed. Everything had to be. I mean, it may seem like chaos and craziness and everything else, but it's not. There's a deeper meaning behind it. This has been a long time coming. This was planned, and it was planned so we could finally wake up. It's a massive awakening, and it's so we can wake up and we can see through this illusion and take our rightful place in the fifth dimension and not have to go
hmm
through all these hardships that we're going through now and this where families hate families just because they're on one side of the spectrum or the other. You know, that's it's like history repeating itself and it's crazy. You should never let a wedge like that come between you and your loved one.
Nope.
You know, that's
Especially,
not that's not cool, man. Especially something that's out of your control. You
yeah.
know, you're good. You're going to get further with unity and love towards other people and compassion and kindness than you are with that being divisive and ugly and falling in with those people who are out here inciting violence and division between us all.
Yeah.
And it kills me the way they this BLM it's run by the Democrats and the liberals,
hmm
the same
hmm
people who started the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, people, the same
Yep.
same
Yep.
ones.
Yep.
The same ones
But you
that's
didn't know
been
that, did you?
controlling the black culture for all these centuries, the same people, the same organization, the same darkness that's been on all of us. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? The same ones pushing that division to keep us divided from each other. We're supposed to be together. We're supposed to be united and as one so we can live together in harmony. And I know it's not going to be perfect. Yeah, we're all going to have our battles. We're going to continue to have battles. Just because you become more spiritual or more healed on the inside doesn't mean that everything is magically going to be better in your life. You're still going to have struggles. You're still going to have battles that you have to deal with. But it's a lot easier when you have other people who understand that struggle and understand what's going on with you, and you can lean on them and they can lean on you.
Yeah. I had to say something too, is that I didn't realize in my privacy settings for this live that I had it on only me. But I just changed it just now to public. So for those that are just hopping on just now, you obviously missed the whole part where we talked about BLM just now and the dreams that she
We
had.
can go back.
Yeah. I mean, the replay is going to be up. So obviously for those that watch the replay later, you'll be able to watch it from start to finish. That was my bad, you know. But it's live, so the show must go on. And just to piggyback off of what she said, is like she was the one that helped planted this seed inside of my mind. Because before I met her, even though consciously I wasn't in that mindset of being a victim of, being scared of the quote unquote white man, being scared of the police, even though consciously I wasn't afraid, subconsciously I still was. And it wasn't until she helped me become aware of that through our life coaching sessions and through getting over my fears and through just really questioning these deep rooted beliefs. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, my family is extremely racist, and I'm not saying that to put them down or to put them on blast, because God knows I love my family. I really do. A couple posts ago, I had G of them always discriminating against white people, against my significant other, against everybody else I like to be around with, yeah. And especially them not understanding our spiritual path, because me and my significant other have had issues with them. Not gonna dive deep into the nitty gritty, but it's just like that we just had that tension between my family and us.
Baby, you're cutting out.
And I said, you know what? I can't be around. Yeah, I saw it. It said that the internet connection was unstable. Zoom warned me about it. But as I was saying, in case you guys didn't hear that, um, it was just like this tension between me and my family and my significant other. And I decided I didn't want that chaos to infect our relationship anymore. And so I decided to pack up my stuff, get out of Dodge, and start fresh. We're literally in a stage of starting over. That's what this year is about. It's about starting over from scratch, which is why you're seeing all of these Democratic leaders, which is why you're seeing these organizations that are run primarily by the Democrats. And by the way, this is not hate towards Democrats. or hate towards Republicans or whatever you believe in
Not no
because you
hate towards
have.
anybody. We don't hate anybody, and we're not down in nobody. We're just bringing the facts out there. Where we're bringing the dark parts of our society to the light.
Yeah. And so, that's why, we feel compelled to do this live today. And we're just saying, we just noticed a lot of fishy stuff. Like we've done a lot of research, we've done a lot of digging, we've done a lot of just really questioning everything, all the cultural norms, like the people identifying as Democrat versus Republican, people
Or
proclaiming,
independent.
yeah, people proclaiming, white pride, black pride, Asian pride. I'm not saying don't be proud of your heritage, don't be proud of your skin color or any of that. I'm just saying do not let that stuff be the defining factor that defines you and boxes you in. Because a lot of people get so caught up in allowing their skin color and their race and their political or religious beliefs hinder them on their path.
Yeah. You can't really let nothing hold you back from your authenticity. You can't really let nothing hold you back from having that deeper relationship with yourself. You know, it's about it's about becoming at one with yourself and not being fooled by anything that's outside of you. It's about seeing through all the falsehoods, the illusions, the lies, the mind control,
Mm-hmm.
everything that we've been falsely fed. It's about seeing past all that, seeing what's real and what's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just to piggyback off of what she said, it's like it's like this matrix is filled with so many distractions, man. It's flipping crazy. You still got the television commercials, um, especially the beauty commercials telling women, oh, you gotta wear this makeup, you gotta wear this amount of weave on your head, you gotta wear these wigs, your body's gotta be built like a Coke bottle or whatever the heck. They just come up with these terms like BBW, SSBBW. They even got this thing called thin privilege, which I don't
Oh
get.
my God.
I'm just like thin privilege. There is no such thing as thin privilege.
Just like there's no such thing as white privilege.
Yes, yes, exactly,
Because, baby, I'm going to tell you,
exactly.
if there's some white privilege, I ain't never had any.
Yeah,
I grew up in poverty. I lived it. And just because my skin was white, baby, that didn't get me nowhere. Now, there is something, a very dark cloud on our society called socialism
mm-hmm. And classism.
and classism. Yeah, that's a big thing right there. Classism, where people look down on you because you're quote unquote poor. Okay, just because you're poor doesn't mean you're a terrible person. Just because you're poor
Yeah,
doesn't mean you're scum. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you're ignorant.
yeah,
You know, and we have to change that. We have to change it. Nobody's going to change it by themselves. We have to come together as a culture and stop looking down on people who are not up here on the highest tier, the one percenters. You know, just because we're not up there in the ivory tower doesn't mean that we're not important, that we don't matter.
yeah,
You know, we're all the same, and we have to come together and start believing that and understanding that. And we have to break
yeah,
down this whole classism um plague that's on our world. You know, We are all created the same. We're
Yeah,
created from
someone.
the same stardust. That's what we come from. All
Yes,
of us.
exactly.
And
Someone.
we all have to be equal in all this, and we have to start unifying ourselves with everyone else. All the colors of the rainbow need to start coming together, and we all need to unify and stand as one.
Yeah, exactly. Someone just asked a question. Charlene Prince just asked, so white privilege is just an illusion they use to divide us? Yes,
Yes,
the answer is in your question, ma'am. So yes, it is
yes,
indeed used to divide us, just like, political parties, gangs, um, you know, this whole console war thing.
rap music.
Yeah, console wars, PlayStation and Xbox. I don't know why the heck that's still a thing. You got you got class wars as well. Like you
Yeah,
got the wealthy, just talking crap about people who are poor. Now, with me, I don't know anything about that. I've never had to, I never had that in my experience. I've never known what it felt like to go hungry or to have to worry about sleeping on the street. I know nothing about that. I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all, just like she was with y'all. She came from nothing. She came from poverty, and I remember coming home from school to talk to my mom, and I said, "Hey, mom, we had this and that for lunch," and she was like, and she was like, "Well, son, there are some people that's the only meal they ever have." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
I was one
Like,
of them
does
people.
doesn't yeah.
We went to school for the lunches. But continue.
Yeah, so I was just like baffled. I'm like, see, when you grow up a certain way, you get so accustomed to a certain way of life where, if you grow up in a middle class or you grow up wealthy, you tend to view the world a lot differently than a person that is poor, which is why subconsciously a lot of wealthy and middle class people judge the poor because they're used to eating good all day, every day. We get so used to being able to go down to the kitchen whenever we want and get a bag of chips while also, you know, getting a bowl of noodles in the next minute and then eating a bowl of cereal the next minute. Like we're just eating it up all at one time. And then, when you go around somebody who has less, you're looking in their fridge like, where's the food? And they're like, well, there it is. And you have a choice right there to either judge them or to either say, ah, yeah, I never knew people live like this. And it wasn't until I left home and then I started getting around other people that I realized no, everybody doesn't live the same. And so certain stuff that we take for granted, somebody else would be super duper grateful for. And whenever we complain about, oh man, my mom or dad got me, this type of car for my birthday. Like they got me a Honda Accord instead of a Jaguar. I'm just throwing out examples of kids who've had like pretty good upbringings and their parents got them cars for the birthdays. But the thing is, to a person who grew up with nothing, they would be grateful just to have a freaking car. They would be grateful to have a roof over their head, to have food to eat, you know? And it's like a lot of middle class and upper middle class and wealthy people They're like, no, I don't want to eat that. I want to have oysters, not shrimp. I want to have, I don't know. I'm just making up examples as I go, as you can
I
see.
want to have some caviar and some uh baby calves and all kinds of other venison, and we want to have the best. We don't like this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But the point of me saying all that is that we have to learn to see past those differences because, you know, we are so blessed. If you lived in America, you are blessed, period. Because
Amen.
everybody has an opportunity to make it in this country.
Yep.
Everybody has a choice every single day, whether they want to play the victim and or be a creator. Which one is it gonna be? You can't be a victim and a creator at the same time. Saw your light just went out there. But back to the message at hand. We all have a choice at the end of the day, all day, every day. We choose at every moment whether we want to be step into that creator role like we're supposed to and make what we want to make and follow our destiny, or we can choose to play the victim and feel like we're at the mercy of life and point the finger at everybody else and say, it is your flipping fault. You're the reason I'm not successful. You're the reason that I'm not happy or I'm at peace. But the reality is, we all have the power to get ourselves in a peaceful mood, to get ourselves on our own path, to get ourselves to be on that higher frequency of love and joy and empowerment and detachment and seeing things as they are and being at one with who we are on the inside. We got to have that inner union and that self love before we ever hope to help our spiritual brothers and sisters, essentially. Is there anything that you want to add to that?
No, you did pretty good. I'm just getting ready for the. I'm pulling cards for the collective.
All
We
right.
could take some questions though, and do some shout outs to some people though. Getting ready for the thing, and make sure that we actually hit all our talking points that we wanted to put out there.
All right. We have a question in so far. We'll probably get more as time goes on. Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
just got one more question. I refreshed it. Charlene Prince says, so what are the challenges in y'all's relationship dating interracially? Man, every one of them you can think of.
Oh my God, we have more than just the. If just dating interracially was the only thing, wow, that would be great. You
Yeah.
know, it's it's our race, us being interracial. It's our age. It's our class. We've had to go overcome a lot of challenges
Yeah.
to
So
be together.
it not just had to anything to do with race. It's classism, ageism, us being on our own spiritual path. So if you combine all of those, family living in lack mentality. So if you combine all of those challenges into one and then some, we've had to overcome so much BS on the inside and on the outside. So it's not just a race thing like we talked about. Like it's on all fronts. You know what I'm saying? So it has not been an easy road.
Mm-mm.
And that's just putting it very, 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 very,
Very
very,
mildly.
yes. And it's been a doozy. That's one of the reasons I had to get the hell away from my goddamn family. Cause
Baby,
it,
language,
yeah,
language.
sorry about that. I'm just like very passionate about this subject whenever it comes up because I've had to deal with that my whole life with my family. And I'm just gonna put this out there. You can take how you want it, but I've never dated black women. It's just never, not because I'm biased, but because it's just like I'm not just boxing myself into just dating one race. And that's how I pretty much live my whole life. It's not that I wouldn't have done it before I met her, of course. Now after this point, USOL. But it's just like you just can't help what you like. You just can't. You can only fight it for so long.
Well, it's like I told Evans, like, he asked me, you don't have a problem with me being black? I'm like, no, I don't see color.
See,
I
and that
don't
was
see
a
color.
and see that may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. You see what I mean? It's like even though that may seem like a small and insignificant thing, it goes to reveal what our biases are and what our beliefs are subconsciously. You see, a lot of things that we do,
How we've been
it,
programmed.
yes. And we got two more comments. Charlene Prince says, "I'd be afraid to date outside my race, you mostly due to my prejudices, and yes, all them different isms add up, make y'all stronger in the end, though. So, have y'all dated other races as well, other than Caucasian?" Yeah, we
Yeah.
both have. We both have. Like I said, we didn't judge by skin color. We judged somebody based on their character.
Yeah.
That's
My first husband was a Spanish man. So, and I was married to him for years, and I had interracial babies with him. My three children are all half Hispanic, and me, I'm mixed. I'm not just one person. I don't know what all is in my blood. I know I have Cherokee Indian in my blood, and I suspect some other stuff. But yeah, I'm not quote unquote white. I'm mixed. I'm a mixed race. I'm a mutt, as they say. I'm proud to be that.
technically that's um technically that's everybody in America you can think of. You
Yeah.
know, no one is one race. We're all mixed in with something, even if it's a teeny tiny little bit. Like I found out that I think I was like 1% or 0.1% Scandinavian, like just that little tidbit. So
Oh wow,
literally
man.
when
The universe is on it, bruh.
yeah, and
I
then I
couldn't make
has
this shit up if I tried, man. I mean, stuff. I can't make this stuff up if I tried.
yeah, and it's like also I found out that I was mixed, I think, with a little bit of Irish too or English. And I think that's where Harvey comes from. It's probably from like a Scottish origin. Like I got a lot of young bloods, Williams, which explains my last name, Youngblood Williams. And then we got Harveys and we got McGee's. So, whenever, so technically, when we're being racist towards someone else or colorist, we're actually talking about ourselves because we're
Yeah.
all mixed with something. And Charlene Prince says, "That's beautiful. I've only really been exposed to black men, though, living in segregated inner cities my whole life." And see, that's the thing. It's like we're
You
gonna touch
have
on
to get
environments.
out.
Fuck that up.
You have to get out of those environments, and you have to open yourself up to new experiences. I mean, that's what we were created for. We were created to learn, to discover, to experience things, to
Yes.
expand our understanding, expand our consciousness, and take
Yes.
those experiences back to the central consciousness for everyone. So it goes into the collective. We're meant to explore ourselves and explore other cultures and to adopt other cultures and everything. I mean, the United States. I mean, I'm sure not everybody on our live is from the United States, but in the United States is a huge melting pot. We are all kinds of different races, and we come together and we are, we work together as one nation under God.
Yeah, exactly. And even with me, like I decided in high school to join anime club and paintball club. Why? Because I wanted to try something different. Now, I was butt at paintball because I kept getting lit up by all those paintballs, but I wanted to do it nonetheless because I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and do something different, other than just, playing video games and doing this and that. Like I wanted to get involved some. Heck, there was like this one instance. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. Um, while I was at the one of the paintball parks out here in Houston, Texas, I was hiding behind, I think, a tire, and I think I was gonna go rush out because I saw somebody out in the open. I said, I'm gonna get you. And then, if you get hit, if for anybody that's played paintball, if you get hit by a paintball, you're out. That's automatic out. Where I wound up getting shot up was I took a paintball to like my upper thigh near my groin area.
Mm,
So I almost got shot in the groin with one of them fast traveling paintballs.
mm,
And
mm,
it
mm.
hurts so much. And I'm like, man, this is rough. Like I telling y'all, like when I said I was butt at paintball, I was butt at paintball. But you know, and I also joined like I said, anime club by watching different anime shows. We've of course we watched the essentials like Full Metal Alchemist and stuff like that. And then also, what other club did I join? Retro Gaming Club. Played some old school games. Those are fun times. Oh yeah, and I also got involved in theater. So I was getting myself involved in other stuff. Of course, in the ninth and 10th grade, like I was playing basketball. And let's face it, I was just playing it just to make my family proud. And because they said, "Oh, you have the height, boy, you a big boy." And it is
Mm.
true. Like I'm 6'4". For anybody that hasn't met me in person, I am
I don't know.
six
You
feet
might be
four.
a little taller
Tall.
now. Who knows?
Yeah. But that's all I know is that I'm 6'4" for people that don't know. And I used to play basketball in high school, but at the same time, I was getting involved in other stuff because I didn't want to just be pigeonholed into just being an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, you know, my love for theater and acting and broadcast journalism and video that took over my premise for wanting to play basketball because the more I got involved in the arts, the less I was there mentally at practice or in games. So I didn't really care because my heart was somewhere else, which is what has led to what we're doing right now, which is creating content. So
We're
if it
creating
wasn't,
evergreen content that's out there even long after me and him go to be in our true form.
this will
It'll still
still,
be here helping people for years and centuries to come.
yes, 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 yes. And, and I also want to speak about like everything happens for a reason, you know, with us being where we are right now, with us creating content, with us doing what we do, is that, all of those experiences are meant to help shift your consciousness. And I saw this quote that said, once your brain is exposed to new experiences, it'll never be the same. Your brain chemistry changes.
Yeah.
And, you know, hell, I even went to a Anime Matsuri. 6 years ago. I've never been to an anime convention before that. I just went. I didn't dress up in any costumes. Of course, the closest thing I had was like a little Batman shirt with a blue cape on the back. I don't know why the cape was blue. Don't ask me why. I just bought it like that from Hot Topic. But after going there and having that experience, and like my mother was like, "What the heck is Anime Monster? Why are you going to this? You don't want to go to that. You don't want to do this." And that may seem like a teeny tiny example, but
It's like Comic Con.
yeah. But like I said, it's like some so small can have a big difference. And it goes to show you that people are afraid to open themselves up to new experiences. And we have to allow ourselves to not be afraid to try stuff out, to talk to different people, get different perspectives, and
Yes.
to not get so locked in within our particular culture. And I'm not just talking about race either. I'm talking about in regards to what you eat, what your customs
Yeah.
are, what holidays you celebrate. Like you don't have to celebrate all the holidays
And box
that,
yourself in.
yeah.
You can be
And that's
limitless. Because, I mean, that's what you were created to be, limitless. And also, I wanted to go ahead and jump in here and say, if y'all got any topics that y'all want us to discuss in the on our YouTube channel, or anything y'all want us to bring up on Instagram, or on here, we'll bring those out, because I know like he didn't have it set to public when we first came on, and that's something I said, like, if y'all got any topics y'all want us to discuss on any of our platforms, let us know here, and we will try to put that together and get that out as soon as possible. If y'all want to donate to any of our channels and everything, to any of our social platforms, that helps us get more of these out there. Because, I mean, eventually we want this to become our full-time thing. Right now
yes.
we can't do that right now, because I'm currently not working because of my heart surgery, and it's just Evan is working right now, so I mean we need all the help we can get. Um,
Yes.
and that would
Yes,
help
yes.
us to buy more materials, and to come together in the physical, so we can um, put out more of these messages, and you know quicker, and stuff like that. Um, so if y'all like what y'all see, y'all like what y'all hear, then just, if the good Lord, or the Creator, or the central consciousness, or
Krishna.
your higher self,
Yeah.
whatever, puts it on your heart and puts it on your soul to go ahead and donate to us, and to help expand the channel, and like and share, and comment, please do all of the above. We
Yes.
welcome it. We're very open to it, and we want to help as many people as we can, and reach as many people as we can. So please like and share, and everything, and comment, and let us know if we're doing right, if we're on to something, or if we need to shut up and get on
Yeah.
there. Let us know what's going on. We want a community. We want to create that community atmosphere where we can all depend on each other, you know. And if we're in a position
Yeah.
to help y'all and you come to us, we will do our best to do so, or organize, something to try to help with what you're going through, you know. But
Yeah.
we have to come together, and we have to be unified, and we have to start acting like a family, you know.
Yes.
And
Yes, most definitely.
I've pulled cards, and everything. I hope I'll be able to read them, because I don't have my extra pair of glasses right now. Heaven knows my eyesight is not as great as I would like it to be. Okay, so the first
Yeah.
one we're doing is out of the Atlanta, maybe, or You can see it. Fairchild. I hope I didn't butcher her name. I'm not good with names, y'all. And
Angelica Freewald. I think that's how you pronounce it, Freewald or Freywald.
Fairchild is my book.
Oh, I thought you was looking at the comment
The author.
section.
No, the author of my book. Okay, it's Atlanta Fairchild. Elena Fairchild, and it's Lightworker's Oracle Guidebook. It's the Lightworker Oracle deck that I'm using, and I'm gonna read the message to y'all in that one. I'm not gonna read all of them because that would get way too long. I'll read it if I'm guided to read out of the book, but mainly I just do intuitive psychic messages, you know. And what everybody got is card number 19, which reduces to 10. And if you reduce that even further, it's a 1. And a 1 is the beginning of everything, which is this is very telling. And it says an invitation to connect. And I'm gonna read this one to y'all, right? An invitation to connect. Let me find it in my book real quick, and I'll put it back up so y'all can look at it while I'm doing this. If you need to say anything else while I'm looking for it, baby, you're it's up to you. You can go right ahead.
All right, so I think I might have lost my train of thought, but I'm sure it'll come back to me. But yeah, I'll read the comments. Oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
what I was gonna say. So yeah, make sure to, like she said, share this live. If you find it on your heart to donate, go ahead and do so right now. We highly appreciate it. Right now, if you guys didn't know, I work a full-time job repairing windshields for a living. It's what I do right now to, do what we do. So, we are working towards that goal of not having to rely on a job to be able to not only survive but to thrive, because we're meant to live on this earth and live life more abundantly, sharing our gifts and using our talents and our superpowers, so to speak, so that we can go ahead and make a living for ourselves. And it's a beautiful thing that we're seeing this whole boom where more and more light workers and people going into their spiritual path deeper and deeper in general is stepping into their power in regards and creating their own income. Oh, you was about to read?
yeah. I was letting you finish, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm telling you, truth is stranger than fiction. When I said spirit is on it, right? The maker is on it. The central consciousness is on it. The universe is on it. This is what I'm talking about right here. It says number 19, an invitation to connect. Love exists throughout our universe. Many, bear with me now, because like I said, I can't. My eyes ain't that great out here. Um, many loving beings, like many loving beings that do. Let me start over. Love exists throughout our universe. Many loving beings that do not belong to the human race exist in worlds beyond the earthly realm. Among these are those who are aware of the spiritual plight of humanity and are willing and able to help us move forward. Unlike those who close their minds because they fear the unknown, you have an open mind and an open, receptive heart. Beings from other worlds recognize you as a re- representative channel for their unconditionally loving assistance in this world. You will both benefit from this individually and help the planet. So you are being offered an invitation to connect. Is that not beautiful? That's beautiful, and it ties right into everything me and you were saying. I mean, like I said, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, the
Yeah,
universe
even
knows what it's doing. It knows.
yeah, even earlier. I don't know if you guys heard it, but one of the cats were meowing loud. I, I guess it was, feeling the message too.
Agreeing. Or I hope you left that bathroom door open because it might have been meowing for something else.
I did, don't worry.
Okay, good. Okay, and the next message that came out is words of abundance. And these cards are so pretty. So pretty. And this is from the Angels of Abundance Oracle card by Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue. Beautiful deck. Beautiful, beautiful deck of cards. And oh my god, they're so on it. Anyway, I pulled two cards from that deck because that's what messages came out. So this first one is Words of Abundance, and it says, you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. Like, look how beautiful that card is. Look at the angel on there, the angel with the baby angel and the rabbits and everything. That beautiful abundant atmosphere and scenery behind her, the rabbits and everything. And these cards are also activative cards. Like this in the light worker deck are activation codes. They got activation codes in them. So if you feel drawn to this message or drawn to any of the messages that I'm pulling out for y'all tonight, then you need to really listen to that and explore it because you're a light worker and you know you need to start loving yourself and being on the journey and on the path that's aligned with your heart and your soul. Okay, and the next one is donations. Um, I don't know the word. And charitable work. What's that word? At the top.
You're gonna have to scoot it a little bit more. Uh,
It's TITHING.
Ti
TITHING.
tithing. I think that's tithing.
Okay, tiding. Donations, tiding, and charitable work is what it says. Oh my god, these cards are so beautiful. It says, give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you many fold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will Ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Isn't that wonderful messages? And so on point too. Like seriously.
Yes.
I was just shuffling them while you were talking and stuff and telling the universe, let me be a clear channel and let the messages that need to be heard come out. And I mean, like I said, I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. These both flipped out of the deck. They flipped out. It's like universe is like, yeah, this is what needs to be said. And then the next deck I'm using is the healing mantra deck. It's a really nice deck. It's got some really good messages in it. So if y'all want to go look any of these up, that's why I'm telling y'all what they are. And the message that's coming through for this one is anchoring the light. That's on the front. And on the back, it says, the light is always within me. The light is always within me. So no matter what anybody tells you, that you always have the light within yourself. You are the light, and you bring hope and joy and faith and goodness to other people's lives. Just like when you go out into the world and stuff like that, and you see somebody who's down and you compliment them. And that might have been the first compliment they got all day, and that might have took them right out of a dark place and into the light. So it's little things that you do that make a huge difference in the world. Just those few little specks of light, those few little glitters, if you will, of light that can defeat all the darkness, and it can make all the difference in someone's life. You give them a compliment, you open a door for them, you help them wash the dishes, you do little things that you can do. It doesn't have to be no big grand gesture like buying somebody a new car or buying them a new house or something that's secured with money. It don't always have to be that. There, the little things that you do is sometimes held in more regard and is more valuable to them people than any money could ever be or any material thing could ever be to them. And when at the end of the day, we're not measured in how much money we have. We're not measured in what class we were. We're not measured in what color we was. We're not measured in all. We were measured in the moment that we spent with people and what kind of impact we had on people. Were we a guiding light or were we something ugly and dark? That's a huge choice
Yeah.
that we have to make, but it's an important one. What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to be? It's your choice. You have to choose it. Nobody can choose for you. You're the hero of your own story. Remember that. And the next message that came out is, I don't choose sides. I take a stand. And on the front of it, it's encountering conflict. I don't choose sides. I take a stand. And this, like I said, these messages that came out tied straight into all the points, all our talking points. You don't take sides. You just take a stand for what's right for everybody, not just one person. And like I was telling Evan, I was like, I always liked Ice Cube, and I always liked You know, Snoop Dogg and some of the rest of the rappers and stuff like that, and the ones that are coming out, IT or TI and some of the rest of them. Um, and now I've lost all respect for them because of what they're doing. And these people, you got to think, these people are making money off the chaos and the ugliness and the destruction in the black community. They are making
Mm-hmm.
money. They're getting paid to incite that divisiveness. They're getting paid to make these songs and rap about violence and anger and hating one another. They're getting paid good money for that. So that's why
Yep.
they get out there and stir up the chaos and everything else. And I said, Evan, if Ice Cube would have got up there and said, you know what, I'm gonna stand up for all the people in poor communities and help everybody and make a difference that way, I would have had so much respect for that man. I would have had so much respect for all of these men if they would have said something like that. But they said, "Oh, I'm creating a program that helps just the black community. It's just about
Mm-hmm.
us." So they're setting themselves apart. They're segregating themselves, and they you got to understand that it needs to stop. That has to stop. You know that has been bred into the black culture for so long and been
Yeah.
and inherited from generations and generations and generations to the point now where that you know now you got people in high places making money off of their brothers and sisters. You know, and at the end of the day, our colors don't matter. It's what's inside that matters. That's what's going to bring us together. Look at what unifies us. Like I said, look at what brings us together. Look what we have in common instead of what our differences is. Yeah, love, heart.
See, what
You have to.
unifies us all is love, man. And I also got to throw this point in there too. What I've noticed is that we abuse each other so bad, and we get so caught up and trying to make in front of each other and clown each other and tell each other like, man, you're stupid, you're acting too white, you're acting too this, you're acting too that. And that's like a another problem in the black community, is that anybody that articulates their words, anyone that likes to read, anyone that likes to expand their horizons, anyone that likes to date
They're
outside their
shunned
race.
and made to
Yeah.
be the outcast, the black sheep. They're not accepted into their culture. They're
Yeah, they
called
call
all
us.
kinds of names. They're not just racist towards themselves. They're racist towards everybody. They're racist towards their own people and others. Just like children who are mixed and everything in the black community, they treat them like dogs.
Yeah.
Like it's wrong. It is wrong. And I mean, I remember coming up and stuff like that, and seeing stories on Oprah and everything else, and other stories like there was this guy who was like a high person, a high ranking person up in the Ku Klux Klan. His daughter married a black man or a black person, and they had a child. And this man, the love that he had for his grandchild, made him completely turn against being in the KKK anymore. He put that down, he let that go, and he embraced love for this child, this pure child that could not help where it came from. And if that man was able to do that, I don't understand why we as a culture can't do that too.
Exactly.
You know, it's just I just don't understand. Like I told Evan, like I I'm a earth angel. I'm an earthbound angel. And I told him, like, ever since I was little, I would look around and see things in our world and stuff. And I was like, I can't comprehend this. I just can't. I don't understand it because angelic beings are not like humans. And so we see things as simple, not very complicated and stuff like that. Like, why can't we just love everybody? You know, why can't we love each other? Why can't we be unified? Why can't we stop this and that? You know what I'm saying? So it was very hard for me to understand, even as a very young, awakened person, why things were the way they were. I couldn't comprehend it. I couldn't understand it. And still to this day, you know, it's hard for me to comprehend. It's hard for me to understand why people can be so hateful to each other and can be so mean and ugly and it just I just don't get it. You know, I don't get it, and I don't see how it helps anybody. You know, it's not helping them. It's not helping other people. It's just like people who hang on to hate and 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 stuff like that. Hate and anger and vengeance. Like, what is that doing for you? Is that helping you in any kind of way? Is that hurting the other person you're wanting it to hurt? What's it doing for you? But eating you alive inside and making you become more and more bitter and more ugly and spiteful towards everybody and everything, you know? And that person over there is not hurting at all from that shit that you're holding. I'm sorry, pardon my French. The stuff that you're holding. They don't care. It ain't
Yeah.
bothering them not in the least. They don't give a crap. They're keeping
Nope.
on getting on with their life and everything else. They're happy over there and everything else while you're sitting here holding all that anger and that rage and that vengeance that you have towards somebody else. It's not doing nothing for you. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
But poisoning you, sickening you, bringing you down. But they ain't doing nothing to hurt that other person that you're wanting it to hurt.
Nope.
So I mean, why not let it go? Now that when you let something go, that doesn't mean you forget about it. You use that as a lesson. You go back and review that as a lesson. Like, okay, this happened. I understand this happened. I see what happened here. You don't have to go back to that, but you don't have to hold on to it either. The the best way to cleanse yourself and help yourself rise up and become more abundant and more happier in your life and more unified within yourself and with the collective and to attract the things that you want into your life is to learn to let go of things, learn
Yes.
to forgive
Yes, yes,
people,
yes.
you know, learn to accept people the way they are, learn to trust people when they show you who they truly are. Don't get angry at them and mad at them because you have to understand they're still sleeping. They're not awake yet. They're sleeping. They don't understand. It's like what it says in the Bible. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They don't understand what they're doing. They can't comprehend it because they haven't awakened yet. Their codes haven't been activated yet. They haven't reached that point where the the switch is flipped and they're woke up. You know. So we have to learn to be patient and understand when they reveal their true self to you. Trust it. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to make them better. Meet them where they're at and understand, okay, I see you. I see you. I don't have to mingle with you, but I see you. I don't have to combine my energy with you, but I do see you. And I'm going to keep on going this way. You know what I mean? And let's
Exactly.
see, the last message I have is dissolving judgment. Gosh, this card is so pretty. Look at that. I don't know what that design is, but it's so pretty. And it says, I don't have to like the, I can't, let me redo that. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey.
Mm,
I told you
found.
it all tied right into what we were talking about with a neat little bow on top, like ABL talks about. Anthony
Well,
Brian Logan. He goes,
yep.
I'm gonna tie it on up with a big old bow on the top and all that. The universe, look, we can't make this up, man. You can't make it up. They do it better than we ever could. Even your wildest imagination could never compare to what the universe has planned for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
And it's just like a very, very profound thing. Like whenever you align yourself with God or divine or Krishna, whatever you want to call it, once you tap into that and you fully surrender to it, it's going to help you in all areas of your life. And you will never get your breakthroughs. You will never be the master manifester you're meant to be. You will never have the life that you envision for yourself. You will never achieve your purpose until you learn to let go of all that low vibrational BS. Stop hating on somebody else's success. Stop lowering your standards. Quit surrounding yourself with people who want to down you and drain you of all your energy. Stop blaming other people and making excuses for why you're not successful, why you're not happy, and why you're not at peace. Because those other people, they're living and they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're in alignment with their path. And it's,
it's like something I said to my sister the other day. Somebody said, like my nephew was telling me, who do you think cooks better, Aunt Rosie? My mom or you? And I said, I don't compete with anybody else. I'm running my own race and she's running hers. I just try to better myself. I'm in competition with myself. Nobody else with me. And that's the way we all got to be because we're all running their own race. Nobody is running the same race. We're all unique in our own way. Yes, we're all connected, but we're also a unique representation and expression of the divine. So no one experience is going to be the same as the other. Your
yeah,
perspective is not going to be the same as somebody else's. We're all a big old pack of beautiful colors and one big 46 box of crayons or 86 or 106. You know, we're a whole big mixed up thing of crayons.
yep. Never heard that analogy before, but that's a very powerful one.
It is. Well, I'm guided. It's whatever spirit flows through me, man. It just comes right out. I'm gonna read this postcard from the postcards from spirit. Oh man, I love this. The first time I ever seen a reader, I can't remember her name, but she was one of the first readers I fell in love with, and she had these cards. And when I wanted to start making a YouTube channel and everything, before me and Eben came together, I was like, I made an intention before me and him ever even met each other that I was gonna have a YouTube channel one day. And so I started getting like the cards and stuff, like pre-ordering them and everything. I have a huge um collection of cards already, and I plan on getting more. But I in anticipation for that happening, it's like I had a knowing within me. It's like the Bible says, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. A mustard seed is so tiny. It's so tiny. They say it's tinier than a grain of sand, but yet it can grow a big bush. Just like us, the tiniest seed can grow the biggest tree, the biggest flower, the biggest plant. Just a little bit can make a big difference, and that's what we're trying to convey. And what this says is, God, I hope I can read this. Let me turn this other light on. Maybe it'll help. Nope, it didn't. Okay, to get my eyes to adjust to it. Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day, another time, another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap. No matter how dangerous it might seem, well, hold on to your uh, parachute string, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall down. I'm sorry. Please bear with me. It's so weird the way this is being said. It's being said almost like a robot. So anyway, it says we will not let you fall down, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one, even if it may feel like you are in free fall. We are there for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and realize and relax into this situation, to something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit, Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. Isn't that awesome? And they wrapped it on up and put a big old neat bow on it. Next time I'll have my extra glasses so I can actually read the stuff better, y'all. I know I sounded pretty like a robot or something, but that might mean something to somebody out there. That might that comment that I made might be significant to somebody. I don't know. May connect to you on a more deeper level. I don't know, but it was for somebody. I know because everything happens for a
Hmm.
reason. But anyway, and we'll go ahead and take our last few questions and stuff because y'all, I done missed my dinner and everything, so I gotta get in there and eat me something and go to the little girlie's bathroom. I got a wee wee, and so so let's take our last few questions and stuff like that, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this on up so we can get on with our night because Evan's got to go to work tomorrow too, and we still got to do grocery shopping. So
Yep. Yeah, I'll read these last few comments. So Angelica says, "You are never too old to learn. The more people you talk to, the more you can learn different cultures, different countries, different ages, and so on." Most
yes,
definitely, most definitely expand your horizons. Don't be afraid to talk to people who have a different worldview than you. Because the thing is, we are all we are all unique, but we are not created equal. We're not created in the equal in the sense that everybody has the same talent, the same motivations, the same everything, because nobody is the same.
that's so crazy because Infinite Waters was talking about the same thing. He was like, we are not all created equal, and he didn't mean that as an ugly thing. And he explained it the same way my love here just explained it, that we are all given certain gifts when we come into this world that we are supposed to nurture and utilize and expand and share with the world. You know, we might be good at business or we might be good at healing. We might be good at selling stuff. We might be good at boxing. We might be good at playing basketball. You know,
And art.
everybody has their own unique talent and gift that they come in with. And it's up to us to nurture it and put it out there and share it with others if we so choose. It's like me and Evan are spiritual teachers. That's what we are. Um, I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a healer. I'm a psychic. I mean, I have like a huge array of gifts, and that they've come from many lifetimes. Many lifetimes. I've been here so many times, and I brought all that stuff back with me to share with everybody. And this time that we're on Earth now is a very unique time. It's a time when the people who sought to take over the earth and turn it into something it wasn't supposed to be is being overtaken. You know? Oh crap! There went my stuff. I did that. Anyway, the Nephilim, they came here and they made um humans to be their slaves. They created us to be slaves, but our creator, the one who created them, that was not its will. It created Earth to be a school for everybody to learn and to expand, a very real experience for everybody to come down here. You ever notice, like, when you go through something really big and then you get to the other side, like something really big and hurtful and like just one of those big life what is it, milestones in your life, the big lessons that you feel like it was a lesson, like you feel like it was a teaching experience,
Yep.
like because it is. That is for real. That's what Earth was originally created to be, a living library, a living classroom. But others who had darkness on their heart, which when you get up to the higher realms, you don't see light and dark. You don't see good and bad. It's all just energy. But there just are some energy forces out there that seek to destroy the balance. And that's what the Nephilim did. They sought to destroy the balance. And they almost succeeded, but the creator had you know the foresight to see this coming and to put all of us light workers and rainbow children and the rest of us all here to fight against them, putting us in high places, putting us in middle places and low places, everywhere, just putting us everywhere so where we could make a difference and make a change in the world. And we can do anything we set our mind to. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that you ain't never set your mind to doing a task and you didn't let nothing take you off that task until that task was completed. Now, if you apply that same method into your life, imagine what you can create. Imagine that. Like my baby here, he is an overthinker. Poor baby. He does. He overthinks everything so far to the point where he gives himself anxiety, man, and he just gets so angry with it, and he's just like, ugh. And I'm like, baby, take a deep breath, calm down, think it through. I said, remember whenever you was trying to do this and you worked real hard at it and you figured it out and you made it happen? I said, take that strategy and apply it to your life in every aspect of your life. Take the same tools that you're being taught and apply it to other areas of your life. And I guarantee you, it will make a huge difference. And you'll be happy you did. And every time I've told him this, he's come back and said, baby, you're so right. Man, I'm glad I listened to you because you're so right. I can do it. And I'm like, I know you can. You know what I mean? I know you can. I knew it. Because the same stuff I'm telling you is the same crap I've had to live through that I had to learn myself. And and that's the way we all needed it to be in our life too. Look at what's working and ask for more of that. Focus all your attention on that, because where attention goes, energy flows. If you give me 1 second, maybe you can go ahead and talk for a second. I got to.
Yeah, like speaking of that, I've had that really, really bad, just that bad habit of always overthinking to the point where I would literally stop myself from ever doing the task at all because, as an Aquarian, that is my sun sign is an Aquarius, is that, we're notorious for overthinking everything. Like if overthinking was a person, an Aquarian is. And we are very intelligent souls, but at the same time, we let our minds become a hindrance too much. And that's what can happen when you allow the mind to take over too much and not let your intuition take over, because your intuition will lead you to a very obvious solution, whereas the mind has to do all of these mathematical calculations like, okay, you need this, you need that, you need that. Not saying that the mind is not
But
a wonderful
it's
tool.
more like your logical mind. Aquarians are very in their logical mind. They don't let their subconscious mind have any control. They run on everything logical. Like if it ain't logical, they just can't perceive it. It's like so it takes a lot to get an Aquarian to adopt a different mindset, adopt a different way to be. Like that's why me and him balance each other out. That's why he's the divine masculine and I'm the divine feminine, because we're literally yin and yang incarnate. Um, he overthinks everything and he blows everything out of proportion. I'm the Libra. I'm the one holding the scales. I'm the one that balances everything out. So when he's all, oh, I'm like, then let's take a deep breath and figure this out together. And he's just like, oh, I'll call you back. I ain't there yet. And I'm like, and I get the same way with him. Like sometimes, I mean, like it's not a bed of roses every day with me and him. We have to work at this and everything. I mean, the unconditional love is there, but we do have issues within our relationship. It's not, I know you're looking at it and you're like saying, oh man, they make such a great couple and they're so great together and everything, but that takes a lot of work. It ain't easy. And any relationship is going to take work. Now, I'm not suggesting you stay with somebody if they're beating you, if they're mentally torturing you, if they're physically torturing you, if they're financially torturing you or abusing you. Do not say that's a toxic relationship. But I mean, every relationship is going to have some bumps. It's going to have some problems. It's not all peachy keen. You're gonna have issues. It's the way you handle those issues though that makes the biggest of difference. See, like when we get angry at each other, I'm like, I need a minute. I just need a minute. Can you can you give me some time? Right? Or I'll tell him, look, I have to pull back a little bit. This is getting too big. I gotta pull back. And he does the same thing if he needs to. But we have that understanding between each other and we have that balance. And what he lacks in, I make up for him. What I lack in, he makes up for. So I mean, and that's being attacked too. I mean, that's something that is for another live, but that's being attacked too. The nuclear family, they act like um being okay with being in a relationship with a male and a female is wrong these days. It's quote unquote wrong. You're back in the dark ages if you're in a relationship like that. I mean, as people, we got to stop that from going on.
Yeah, and also
I mean,
this
seriously, we need to be free to be who we are and embrace that. I mean, biologically, and there's two sexes. There's male and female.
that's it.
There, all this other stuff is just pure chaos and craziness. I'm not gonna come against you. You can identify with whatever you want to identify with. But the thing about it is, it's not biologically true. But like I said, I digress. That's a topic for another live. So don't forget to tune in to our YouTube channel and all our social media platforms if you want to hear more on that. Just let us know and come on in. Right now, we're going to say goodbye to all y'all. We love everybody. And like I said, don't hesitate to look us up on all our social media networks and donate. And please, 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 everybody go and subscribe to all of our channels and join all of our channels and all that mumbo jumbo. I love all y'all. It's been blessed to speak to all y'all, and peace out.